Once people get to know me, they ask me, how did you get involved in insurance exactly? Because I don't look like or act like your typical insurance agent. I am a creative person. I love art. I never saw myself as becoming an insurance agent. As a child, I thought I was going to work with animals, become a veterinarian, really anything else. Insurance agent was not on the list at all. So, how I started in insurance, I was at UCSB and I was working full time. I was a full time student and working full time as a barista at a small independent coffee shop, and I was actually the manager. And at the time, I was told that the coffee shop was going to be sold. The owner of the coffee shop came to me and said that they had a buyer and that the new owner was coming in the next week. And they were not sure if they were going to keep it as a coffee shop or keep the employees, or they weren't 100% sure of what exactly they were doing with the business. So I proceeded to freak out because here I was, a full-time student, using the money from my job to pay my rent and my car and other things. I didn't know what else to do. I didn't really have any skills yet. I was still in school. I had done door-to-door sales. Yes, I had been a bagger at Vaughn's during their strike, and I had been a manager at a coffee shop and a manager at a tanning salon. But aside from that, I didn't really have too many skills and or experience, and I had been a lifeguard before. But I wanted a big girl job, and I decided that I was going to get a big girl job. So what I proceeded to do was ask every single suit that walked in to the coffee house if they knew anyone that was hiring. And eventually one person did say yes. They knew someone that was hiring, and they handed me a gentleman's card who was starting an insurance agency. I had no idea what an insurance agency was. I had no idea what they did, but all I knew is that I needed to convince this man to hire me. And here I was, fully decked out in 1990s punk rock attire with a piercing in my lip and colored hair, and certainly did not look like an insurance agent or someone that belonged in an office. So I proceeded to clean myself up as best I could and call this person every single day until he responded. And eventually he responded and said he was hiring an operations person. I believe it was in the next 30 to 60 days, and that as soon as he had her number, that he would pass my information off to her. So the weeks went by, and I proceeded to follow up with him and annoy him until he gave me the operations person's number, and proceeded to bug her and annoy her until she agreed to give me an interview. And I promised that if I do, yes, I don't have any experience in insurance, and at that time I didn't have any experience in much office work either, but I promised them that if I spent 40 hours a week doing something, that I guaranteed that I would get good at it. So they put me on a 90-day probation period and threw a bunch of random administrative work at me. So I worked my way up in that agency from the mailroom into becoming an insurance producer for group insurance. Worked with that company for 14 years. Eventually they sold to a larger agency that did not fit the mold for me. I didn't resonate with the culture and the way that these larger PE firms or larger agencies treat clients like a number on a spreadsheet. I decided to look elsewhere. And so from there, we have, over the years, decided to start our own insurance agency called Nomad Insurance, of which I am a partner on the benefits side. Matt and John are the partners on the workers' comp side. They do workers' comp and commercial liability and so on. And I do the benefits. Benefits are medical, dental, vision, life, disability, and other ancillary benefits. What keeps me in insurance is that it's always changing. And there's always new plans available. There's always new opportunities to bring forward new benefits for my clients. There's always new opportunities to get creative with the plan designs we offer our clients. What I do enjoy about insurance is helping people. Insurance is so convoluted, and I've been doing it for 20 years, that I know how to simplify it, cut to the chase, and help take a lot of the pain out of the processes in and around employee benefits. But the number one reason why I have stayed in insurance so long are my clients, the people I work with and for. I do not work for the insurance company. I work for my clients, and thank God, because I absolutely really enjoy working with these people. And I have found that my ideal client are the companies that give a shit. Not every company gives a shit. It turns out that a lot of businesses that offer health insurance to their employees really truly care about their company culture. They really truly care about their employees. They want to make sure that their dollars are going 100% to the very best place for their employees to give them the very best benefits that they can afford. Those are the people that I like to serve. Those are the people I work best with. Those are the people that I'm passionate about working with. Unfortunately, out there are those employers that just really don't care. They don't care if their employees get sick. They don't care if their benefits are not meeting the needs of their employees and their company culture. Those employers tend to be not the best fit for my services and what our company does. Our goal is to help our clients offer above average benefits for below average costs. So I've worked tirelessly to look at all options for my clients and programs out there for my clients to give them the ability to offer large group benefits in a small group platform. I've also worked tirelessly to find creative solutions for my clients in order to fill in any gaps that may be going on in their health insurance plan. As we all know, year after year, health insurance is not getting any cheaper. It goes up and up and up every year. If you see the graph, it's just lying straight up. And along with prices, deductibles are also going up every year. The average deductible is now between $2,000 and $3,000. Just about 10 to 15 years ago, that average deductible was around $500 to $750 deductibles for a PPO plan. So we're seeing exponential increases in health insurance costs. We're seeing exponential increases in deductibles. So no stone goes unturned. We look at every option available, because at the end of the day, it's all about the families that we serve. It's all about making sure that the benefits serve the employees and serve their families. What's the point of spending all this money on employee benefits if an employee goes to use it and it doesn't work? They don't have access to the doctors they need. They don't have access to the prescription drugs that they need. And prescription drug costs also have just gone up exponentially over the years. I remember years ago there were PE firms, or there was a specific PE firm that was going around and buying prescription drug companies that owned FDA approval for the only generic drugs that treated certain conditions. Conditions that are more common, that more people have. And what they did is they took the costs of those prescriptions and they 5x'd or 10x'd the cost. So these costs of these generic drugs were going from $50 or $75 to $500, $750 per month per prescription. And the PE firm said, well, we're the only one with FDA approval for these generic drugs in this category for treating this condition. So we have the market power to increase the pricing. So looking at it from that perspective, that year, I think prescription drug costs went up about 20%. I mean, it was just a huge impact on prescription drugs. And in year over year, we're just seeing that the United States is paying exponentially more for prescription drugs than any other country. We're paying more for the same drugs than Canada or Mexico, even if they're coming off of the same boat. So I'm not pretending like I know exactly how to fix the problem. I'm just stating that the problem is there and we're aware of it, and we do everything we can on the plan funding side to make sure that we are being efficient with our benefit dollars and finding the best benefits that meet the needs of either all or the majority of the employees and the families that are on the plan based off of their demographics. I mean, a lot of brokers, they just email the renewal every year. I've even had a couple of employers this year reach out to me because they didn't even get that from their broker. Their broker, I don't know if they just forgot or didn't send it, but very limited service around the renewal. We automatically go out to market on every single one of our clients, look at every program that they are eligible for, look at every insurance company that they're eligible to work with, and send out requests for proposals for all of the markets and all of the options that are available. Of course, we do not present all of those options. We put it in a consolidated manner so that we can review those options with the client. It's just an automatic process for us to do a thorough market evaluation for all of our clients. And we don't want to leave any employees out in the cold. I've gotten lots of phone calls from employers that are absolutely left out in the cold. Their employees are left out in the cold. They don't know where to go if a claim's not working. They don't know what to do if someone is having a claims issue or the insurance company is not paying or there's a miscommunication between a provider and an insurance company. It gets really, really frustrating when an employee has to be on the phone for 1 to 8 hours a day on hold, going round and round, not getting any answers. Our philosophy is we ask the employees to not contact the insurance company directly. Always reach out to us first. Make sure that we scan through your claims issue and we will expedite it. We work with these carriers every day. We know what and where to contact to get the most accurate answers from them and to get them to respond as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, insurance companies, they do not have the fastest turnaround time. I would like to say we get all of our issues handled just in a couple of days. Oftentimes those delays do come from the insurance company's side. And also having very clear communications, clear proposals, clear benefit guides, clear websites, clear resources, clear communication materials. So we work hard to make sure that we have written materials around employee benefit changes and open enrollment. We make sure that we have benefit guides that include pictures and graphs and simple language to explain all of the changes that are going on for the employees and their families to review. We also make sure that there's a website available so employees have access to make changes either on their own or alongside a rep, either an in-person rep or a rep over the phone, a phone support to help them through that process. And also we make sure that there is a virtual meeting or an open enrollment meeting, a webinar, some sort of interaction that the employee has available to them for those employees that need that interaction. Every employee is different. Some employees like the written, the letters, the emails that come out with all of the changes and information in a written form. Others prefer the pictures with the graphs and side-by-sides and comparisons. Others prefer going on and do-it-yourself model where they can do it themselves online, download everything they need online directly. Other employees need to talk to someone one-on-one over the phone or in person. Other employees prefer the group learning environment where they are being presented either in a PowerPoint or the benefit guide, having that reviewed with them in a classroom-like setting. So all employees are different. We understand that, so we try to use those main touch points all around open enrollment to make sure that the changes are communicated, that employees all have the resources to understand the changes in the way that they best receive information. Also make it open and available to their spouses as well. Alright, so that's a little bit of my origin story, my background, how I even got in insurance, why I'm still here after 20 years. I know I look, so young and like I just started in this business. But that's my origin story. That's how I got started. That's what keeps me going. That's what I'm passionate about. Those are my ideal clients who I love to work with because it's not what you do, it's why you do it. All right. Other quick story as to why I have this. So I've transitioned through many microphones. I've had a freestanding microphone, several freestanding microphones. I've had a one that clips to my t-shirt that was driving me crazy because when I had long hair it was and all around. Now that I have cut hair, it was doing quite a bit better, so I was using that. And now I've transitioned to this because, and this is the third time this has happened. So it seems as though every 6 to 12 months I have a headset incident. And this most recent headset incident was that my daughter was sitting at my computer wanting to watch a specific video, and I put a headset on her and she proceeded to jump up out of the seat after watching it for a few minutes, ripping the USB out of my computer USB inlet, and wires went everywhere. Okay. Another time when she was quite a bit younger, she was sitting at my laptop. I put a headset on her, and this was when I had a bigger headset with a microphone that went like this. And I walked in after she was watching the video for a few minutes, and she was chewing on my microphone. So I could still hear from it, but I couldn't speak into the microphone. I wanted something that was a little bit closer to my mouth, and I do like the comfort of a headset better, especially for webinars and Zoom calls and team meetings and things like that. I really like having something in my ear rather on my ear. So these don't look the best, but for right now they are functioning the best. Hopefully the sound quality is a little bit better than it has been in the past. I'm working on some other options as well, another freestanding microphone because I don't like any of the ones that I've had previously. So we'll see how all that goes, but I thought that for those of you that have children, you would enjoy some of my headset drama and troubles that I have had, especially since COVID, since we've all been pretty remote for 175% of the time. And then another time it was actually my fault. I had a headset in and I got up and jumped away from my computer for whatever reason. And again, the USB came flying out and crumbled all the wires from my microphone and headset, and that one died as well. So that is the third headset microphone death I've had in recent 18 months, the year, 12 to 18 months. So hopefully this one lasts a little bit longer. We'll see how long we can go with this. And hopefully you enjoyed my story, my silly story about my headset drama and my microphone and audio drama. Thank you for hanging out to the end. And as usual, I have goodies down below. I have a free benchmark report if you want to compare your current benefits to the averages out there according to your industry and employer size, how many employees you have. I also have the ultimate guide to designing an employee benefits package that attracts and retains top talent, and the option for a 30-minute phone call with me if you want me to give you a second opinion on your employee benefits plan or ask me any questions. I'll give you up to 30 minutes if you answer a quick questionnaire. And with that, thank you for hanging out until the end, and we'll see you next time.